From the dashboard in the search widget, a user can search for a policy by entering a policy number and optionally a policy effective date and clicking the policy button. The user will be navigated to the policy search screen and displayed a list of policies based on the search criteria. To search by individual policy transactions, click the Policy Transactions button and then click Search again. The fields on the search screen will change slightly depending on the search type you select. Users can add or remove policies or policy transactions to their MyList by clicking on the green plus or the red minus button at the end of the row. A yellow button indicates that another user has this item in their MyList. Users can also search and view correspondence by clicking on the Correspondence Search tab at the top of the screen. If a user searches for a correspondence letter and clicks Search, they will see the correspondence result below. To view the correspondence, click on the red PDF icon on the row to view the PDF in a new tab in the browser. On the Policy Search tab, we can click on either the policy number link to view the stored policy information page, or if you're searching by transactions, the transaction code link to view the policy transaction information page. To navigate to the stored policy information page, click on the policy number link. To create a new policy transaction, there are two options. If you want to create a brand new transaction, click the Policy section in the menu, then Create a New Transaction, and click on the transaction type you want to create. From here, you will be brought to the Create Transaction page with a blank form to fill. The second option is to create a new transaction from an existing policy. To do that, from the Policy Information page, click the Create New Transaction from Policy button. From there, select the type of transaction you'd like to create. Transaction codes that are not allowed to be created from the stored policy will be disabled. Clicking Create will bring you to the Create Transaction page with information from the existing policy pre-populated in most of the form fields. I will add in an issue date of today and click the Save button in the top right corner to save the policy. I would like to see if my newly created transaction will fail any validation errors. To do so, click the Test Validate button at the top of the screen. After the transaction has validated, I will see a list of validation errors if any the policy has failed. As you can see, my policy needs at least one 3C state. Closing the pop-up, the screen will refresh and I can now navigate to the Edit Runs section to see the details of each one of my validation runs. If I need to correct any errors, I can modify my transaction by clicking the Modify icon in the top right. I know from my validation run that I have to at least add one 3C state. So I'll add a 3C state and then click Save to save the policy. I'll test validate my transaction once more to see if the error has been resolved. As you can see, there were no errors found. I am now ready to submit my policy transaction to the Bureau. At the top, I click on the Submit button. The transaction will be submitted and validated in real time, and you will shortly see the result of the submission. In this case, my policy was accepted. You can view a PDF version of the policy by clicking on the Print button at the top.